Howdy, folks. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I want to do a detailed review of the Collingwood. She's a Tier 7 British battleship. She's based on the Nelson. She was never built. Um, yeah, I'm going to do a comparison between the Nelson and the Collingwood, and you're definitely going to see which one's better, and it'll be pretty obvious. Right off the bat, I got this in a Santa crate this year. It was great, and I'm happy I did because when she first came out this past July, it was a 1 in 70 chance of spending money to get her. And I made a decision because I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it or not because of the limitations and the difference between her and the Nelson, and I made the right decision. This boat, yeah, we'll get there. I, yeah, I'll tell you at the end of it, but let me get into the comparison of it between her and the Nelson. It's very important I show you this because, yeah, I don't think she's all that good personally. But as always, let's jump into it. All right, so here she is in the dock. Again, I'm not going through the art department. I'm not going to do the economic bonus. Here's the main problem. 26, this is the tier 7, 26 mil. 26 mil can be penned by 372. She's 26 mil all around at tier 7, which means you're going to see some serious tier 9 battleships. Then you go to the Nelson. Here's the biggest difference. I get 26 millimeter up front, but 32 in the side. 32 can't be overmatched by 458 millimeters. So right off the bat, the Nelson's more protected. Weird. And there's a bunch more similars that are just not the same. This is such a difference. It just shocked me when I finally got it and I did this. I was like, okay. Even HE, the Nelson would do better at not getting hit. But let's get into it as well for some other stuff. We'll go back to Collingwood here. Let's do survivability. Okay, so 58, 5, and 17% torpedo reduction. Watch this one. 59, 419%. Okay, so the Nelson's still better. And here to me is the greatest discrepancy of why this ship is the last thing I'll say. So 419 mil, I get it. It's 3 times 2, so she's got 6 barrels. She can do 26-second reload time, 45-second turret traverse. Doesn't really matter with front ships. I don't take grease the gear and stuff like that. She does have a 48% fire chance. But let me show you the Nelson. Only 406, 30 seconds, and 45 seconds. So 30-second reload, additional 4 seconds, and a 47% fire chance at 18.2 kilometers. Not much difference. I mean, the guns are a teeny bit weaker, but we're not talking a lot here. Now, for me, I also suspect this has a bit of secondary to help me out. 7.4 kilometers, 8.5% fire chance. So I'm like, okay. Air attacks, she's got 2 sets per 30 seconds at 8 kilometers. Again, I wish this was like 10 to 12. You just can't attack submarines. Maneuverability, 26.3 knots. She's slow. 800 meters. She got a big butt. And 11.5. It's not great. She's very slow. You'll see that in the AA thing. This is max concealment at 12.7 and 9.9 for detectability by air. It's horrendous. So one hole less turret compared to the Nelson and just terrible. So I do take main armament modification. Again, with this one I take damage control systems to actually reduce fires and flooding. I don't take the gears for the grease gear type system or the actual turrets because they turn quite easily. I take aiming. I take rudder, and I'm not 100% sure about this one because there's 3 choices here. It's damage control, which I usually take because she takes a lot of damage. And then, propulsion modification, steering. Right now I got in steering. I'm going to keep experimenting with its randoms and operations. Pretty good reload on heal. It's got 58 seconds on damage control, rather. Sorry, the heal. It's not a superhero, another reduction. But here's the gimmicks. She has hydro. 4 kilometers for ships, 2 for mutual spotting for submarines, and 3.8 for torpedoes, and a reload booster, which is interesting. But that's her shtick, so to speak. Down below, here's the flags I take. And again, I'm not too sure about these two shticks. Exterior, for me, I have the permanent camo here. I don't buy camo anymore. So let's go into Captain Skills of Andrew Cunningham. My Nelson build is completely different for this one. So I do take Gunfeeder to reduce the time between reloading HE and AP. I do take Consumer Specialist because you want the reload booster at 12.5% to be up quicker. Trust me, you want it up as much as possible to punish ships that are screwing up. Preventive maintenance because she's so thin, she gets hit damaged. I do take targeting to see how many people are shooting at me. I do take vigilance because of torpedoes. It reduces torpedo range by 25% for acquisition, plus add 7% to my torpedo protection, which does help a lot. I spec this out for a bit more of secondary build. I always take Adrenaline Rush because you're going to need it. I take Concealment Expert because this is the best I can get it at. And I do take the Furious one. This will give me a main battery reload time reduction of 5%, and it causes the enemy to screw up their aiming by 5%, which is helpful, especially with HE spammers. Oh my gosh. So AA here. I went with a tier 8 carry because you're not going to meet up with the Eagle. But you can see how slow she is. Now, your main guns, I believe, are 5.8, so you're going to get spotted by a country mile before the planes get into you. And it's painfully slow. Being a Japanese cruiser and having rocket planes is not exactly noted for being tough, but I try to turn. Yeah, it's kind of difficult here. And it's painful. I suppose I could try an AA build in this thing, but I don't do that on my Nelson. And quite frankly, on my Nelson, I do have, and my Dunkirk as well, I do grease the gears. I do all of the other things I talked about so I can get my turrets to traverse much quicker. That way I can actually go off and attack destroyers. I turn them both, my Dunkirk and my Nelson, into battle cruiser, but I can't do that with this boat because she's got such weak armor on the side. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. And I think on this attack, I don't get any more attacks. That's right. I just lost almost 10k on 2 attacks. He managed to get 2 drops on me, so that's a tier 8 carrier, but not exactly great HP health pool in the planes. AAs don't exist in this boat. So, yeah. Huh. So I'm going to say I'm very happy I got her Santa Crate. I did want her, but I made a judgment not to buy her, and the 1 in 70 chance I could have got it back in July of this year of 2022. I made the right choice. I'm going to give this boat a solid pass. Unless you want to play it in maybe co-op, or you want to play it in operations, which I do like doing with my friends, or you need to get rid of a snowflake, if you know what I mean, at the end of the year. Yeah, you're not going to see me pull this boat out much often because I won't play it in randos. If you get into a tier 9 Musashi or a tier 9 Battleship, you're done. I mean, with 26 mil, 372s, most tier 6 and tier 7 battleships can pen you, overmatch you, so you're going to die. It's just not worth it. So anyway, if you got this boat last summer, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like it. Maybe there's a different way to play it. By all means, let me know, because I struggle with this boat. It's not a, even struggles here in operations. So as always, take care, stay safe. I wish you all the best. So bye for now.